Hi.
Hi, Jeannie.
Michelle from Limitless Healing
Angels.
Sorry we haven't been around, but we're going to do our weekly reading. We're starting midweek because that's just how things have gone. So we kind of go with the flow anyway of where the universe brings us. So
That's right.
Yep, it's always like that for us. It's kind of just let it flow, don't fight the fight, you know. So we have a little bit of a delay on our end, so it freaks us out a little bit when we're doing things. So yeah, I'm gonna try not to talk with my hands as much as I possibly can. You know,
She will anyways.
I will anyway, because it's freaking me out. But we've been playing for the last 10 minutes with the video, just cracking up.
We have.
I'm not even lying. Oh my gosh. So this is our weekly reading for Cards, Coffee, and Cosmic Community.
Okay.
And I actually didn't bring coffee. You have water.
I brought water.
So, yeah, I didn't, and I forgot. I meant to grab that coming out of the house, and I totally forgot. So have coffee for me. How's that?
There you go.
I'll have coffee in spirit. So, this is for...
The 17th through the 24th of February 2021.
I've taught her. Look at that. I got my train. My training.
I got it one day. Tomorrow, maybe not.
Yay, you did it.
Oh, jeez.
So we got a great reading coming up. There's a lot of good spirit energy here. Actually, I want to do these cards first. My energy cards.
There you go. I almost pulled those ones too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, these were screaming to me when I was coming over. I had 4 picked out for the other day, but the reading just wasn't happening. So like I said, we don't fight things. We just kind of go like whatever. Because I was thinking maybe she was in one place, I was in another. And I thought, well, maybe
Not Zoom.
we could, I thought we could do a Zoom thing, do
But
a
I didn't have
live
my
one.
cards.
Yeah, she didn't have her card, so it wasn't. And I brought some just in case, but see, it just wasn't meant to be. So then I had those 4 set aside. I went to grab them, and I was like, no. Spirit was like, nope.
Nope.
These are the ones that are coming with you. I was like, okay. I don't argue.
I have to have my glasses because we're inside.
So
It's a little windy outside, so we came
little
in.
windy.
Okay,
It was like a
lot
dust
windy.
storm yesterday out there. Today, oh hello, and today was pretty much the same as getting to be. So
How do you say that?
Andalusite. So we've got action. Oh my God! All week this week I've been getting a lot of the polarities, like black and white, yin and yang. A lot of that polar opposites, opposite ends of the spectrum balance. And that's what this is about. And this is an 8, so that's all about the energy of like manifesting, creating. So there's a lot of go action time. Like with the first horse, it's stretched to its limits is what I'm seeing. But the second horse is more like, no, slow down. Find a nice healthy balance. Slow down, don't rush. Just take action, but don't force it. That's what I'm getting from that one.
Divine action, guided action.
Yeah. So this week, I think I asked Spirit for a card that would kind of, and there's the light with the bird flying too. I want to say it's a dove. I keep feeling like a dove. So there's that peace, the contemplation, and the light. So just don't force things to happen. It's about communicating and sitting down, centering yourself, surrounding yourself with light, and just talking to Spirit. Get some guidance, and allow yourself to get into the flow so that things can just go smoothly, and don't force things to happen. God, that's what we were literally just talking about. So
Right.
don't force things.
And so then mine is, are you in search of a deeper spiritual connection? Go outdoors and commune with nature. Yeah.
Love that.
Listen to the messages being communicated to you by the trees, plants, animals. Spend some time in the garden or in the woods. Put your attention on the alignment with Mother Earth. And then Sandalphon, Archangel Sandalphon. I am aligned with the 4 elements and the 4 directions. I am a conduit for healing Mother Earth. Protective energy always keeps me safe. I receive spiritual insight to easily resolve problems. I know I am connected with all life.
And even that, like this stone, when you're talking, I kept hearing the north, south, east, and west, and you're talking about directions. So this is that, again, finding that balance space within the directions in your life wherever you're going. It's about having all paths open to you, but having the wherewithal to kind of stay focused and see what's going on around you. Don't just jump into something to go. So directionally, you can have anything you want. You can go anywhere you want, but it's about in those deeper connections. So go outside and surround yourself with the light, the sun. Bring yourself to a place, a space where you can commune with nature and commune with spirits around you.
I haven't been outside much for the last 2 weeks because I've been doing stuff inside that need to be done, and I could feel the difference. Like I want to be, and so I've spent a lot of time outside today.
Mm-hmm. Wednesdays are her day it's her day off. She sometimes overdoes because it's her only day off, really. But so then she tries to make that. In the mornings she used to be a little better about it, where she would just spend a good part of the mornings just sitting outside meditating and stuff like that.
But it was windy today, so I've been outside, but not as much as I'd like to.
That's the message. Don't let life get you so focused where you're doing nothing or doing too much. Just find that nice healthy balance in between. And so I've got the thinking man. The thinking man can represent a few different things, but what I'm getting is, so there's this, it's like I'm getting contemplation more than thinking. Like, so he's deep in thought, he's contemplating what's going on, and those two feathers were jumping out at me for two paths. So for some of you this week, there may be two choices, two decisions that you have in front of you to make. So it's just about, again, contemplating, sitting, and not just thinking and analyzing everything. Do that, but then balance it with your heart. What does it feel like to you down this way, this choice? And what does this choice feel like? And what is it, what do I think of it? So, make your pros and cons, do your checklist, but don't just sit in your head. Don't just sit in your heart. Find a nice balance between the two.
Yeah.
That'll help you make your choice a little bit easier.
Yeah, exactly. And then these just go right along with everything else. Surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. And so you see there's a lot of red over here, and then there's a lot of blue on the other side over here. So, and then you have the colors in between, all the way up to the green. So, work on all those chakras, pretty much all the chakras, because then you even got pink and purple up there. So work on clearing all those chakras so that you can be open to the magic within. Did it say magic? Yeah, open to the magic of every moment. Yeah. So if you open all those chakras, then you'll be able to get the guidance and see the magic all around you. And then this one goes with it. Surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. And this is a lot of yellow, so your solar plexus. Like I always say, you don't want to put your canoe in and paddle upstream. You want to go with the flow, go downstream. It's much easier than trying to force it and paddling upstream and not getting very far.
Mm-hmm. And so the thinking man has this quartz crystal in it that he's staring into, trying to get some clarity, trying to get some information from. Crystals are very powerful. I believe they're sentient beings in themselves, and that they offer their own wisdom and their own knowledge to us if we just take the time to connect to them, hence being in nature. This one, the sensitivity came up, and she has her back to the world. She has her back to everything. She's just focused on this crystal. And her intention is to just be with it, I think. So this is, you're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. So as your sensitivity arises, and it strengthens, you're going to want to start looking into different things. Or, if you use crystals now, maybe start sampling other ones that you don't normally use, that you can learn to connect to on a different level. I remember back when I was, I would love some of the, I call them starter crystals, but they're some of the more potent ones that you could ever do. But everybody gravitates towards quartz. Once they get into that clear quartz, it's a universal, like, be all do all stone. It's great. But when you get a little more developed and your senses start to awaken a little more, you'll gravitate towards other things that can bring you in more connection with yourself and what source that's around you. Like for me, blue kyanite is a huge thing for me. It really helped me to gain a lot of clarity and connect to other beings that I wasn't able to connect to prior to that. It was like a portal to another dimension, to another level of dimensions for me, where I was able to connect to different things.
Yeah, I have some of that by my bed. I also have a huge crystal of citrine next to my bed, and if I'm having trouble sleeping or in my head a lot, it's right there, and I'll just stick my hand in it, and my finger fits in the hole right there perfectly. I mean, it's huge. It's this big, but like, I'll just sit there and just like put my hand in there, and then it'll just like calm me down. And
yeah, and they're great. They're great for helping you to connect, to help you regulate, to help to balance, to help to gain the clarity that you need. And so if you have some clear quartz this week, it might be good. If you don't, maybe pick some up or order some, and then just get that so you can just hang on to it, or maybe sleep with it, and it'll help you get clarity through your dreams. It'll just help bring a lot of direction to your life. And then this card is with children, so I don't know how many of you this is going to pertain to. It feels like it's more significant to a few, but I think this has to do with the life changes that are upcoming for you, more so than where you're at now. Like, if you're already working with children, you might be taking that to the next level. If you're not working with children, teaching on some level in some form or fashion, even if it's just, martial arts or art, drawing, whatever. It doesn't have to be in an educational setting. Working at daycare centers, whatever. There's a new career path for some of you that's coming soon, like within the next month, at max, like very soon.
And then I got cooperation, and in your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. So even though you think something that happens is not how you wanted it to go, there's always an experience in there, and there's something that you're learning from. You have to be grateful for it, because it's showing you, where you're going wrong, or there's no wrong way, but it's showing you where you want to go, and it's opening the path and shining the light on where you want to go from here. So just pay attention to that. And then harmony. You are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. And that's, again, what going out in nature, I feel, because when you're out in nature, you can just, you can connect with Mother Earth, and it just, like, you hear the birds singing, and the, whatever, the chickens.
For us, it's chickens and
the
ducks,
horses, whatever,
Yeah.
But you hear, nature is just relaxing and calming, and that's why I just love going and riding my horse, just because it's just peaceful and calming, and you just go and just get out of your head.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's very, like, just watching. This time of year, we're still getting hummingbirds over here. And they're coming and going, and just seeing what's here, watching nature awaken. Some of the trees at work, there's flowers coming out on them already. They're budding. And it's nice to see that. And you see all these bees everywhere just buzzing around. Just take the time to watch them and be present with them. And that's what's important. That can bring you into a place of stillness where you can get some much needed reprieve from the world around you, and get you some clarity that you're looking for. This card came up was animals. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance, as the animals are part of your life's work. And so this is about, some of you, it's going to be working with animals on some level, but it's also going to be about just it connecting, that deep level of connection with animals that are in your life, or maybe, just taking on a new animal if you're interested in that, to help give you some companionship and a little something extra to your life, adding some value to your life.
Hi, Rose. So and then I pulled this one. I pulled a couple more, but I feel these are more for me. It's sentimental feelings and adult children, and with my mom passing, there's a lot of that. Oh, how'd that one get way over there?
It was under new career. That's
So dietary change is the one I found. I didn't the other one. But after my mom passed, I really went bad in my diet. So now I've got to cleanse out my body again and get back to eating where I know I'm supposed to be. And so, I can be more open to the guidance that's there. And then the new career. So some of you have a new career. And with all this yellow, get in touch with your solar plexus and open up to the guidance so that you can know what path you're wanting to go down and start going.
Yeah, and a lot of that yellow, that solar plexus, a lot of people, if they're empathic, that runs through their solar plexus. A lot of healers will connect with people through that energy center, and so start working on that. Pay some attention to it, give it a little extra something every week. Do some chakra work, do some clearing. Sit and meditate on that chakra center and the energy center and just see what comes out of it. Allow yourself to be fully present in that chakra center, because you can get messages through each chakra that are specific to whatever you're going through. So you might get a lot of answers through doing that specific chakra work. You don't necessarily have to go through all of your chakras while you're doing your chakra work. You can focus on one specific one. And this goddess card that came out is Artemis. It's a guardian. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. And it's a lot of yellows and oranges again. So this is all emotional, financial, relative to the earth plane. A lot of fire energy here. The goddess of fire. And so she's a protector. She's a huntress. And so in doing that, she's ensuring that all of your physical needs are met. Your worldly needs are met. So you can, if you connect with the goddesses, you can connect with Artemis and work through that. If you've never done that, feel free to try it. But mostly it's just to kind of give you a feeling of a sense of that you're protected, you're safe.
Yes. And I feel like, my mom's now one of those guardians, and she watches over us all. Mm-hmm. Keeps us safe and protected, and once I start opening back up to her messages, I'll get them.
She's around and loud and clear, because Jeannie says something and then she literally does it a minute later.
Yeah, so, I said that book's gonna fall down and my mom's gonna push it, and then it did.
Yeah. Well, and it fell. She knocked everything else over and then instead, and it's not a big book. So she was like, "Oh, I'm here." Boom.
Yeah, that's my mom.
Yep. Loud and proud.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think I'm just shuffling these because I feel like it. I don't feel like there's a message in there, but I just think those are the messages. I feel like we're complete in that. Yeah. And so
go outside.
Yep, go outside. Even
Start
if it's
eating
windy.
right.
It almost blew Rose down the street, so that's what she was coming in huffing about. So yes, eat right, take good care of yourself, and take the time to connect and embrace those changes that are coming up this week for you.
Yep, and there's going to be a lot, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. Don't paddle upstream. Go with the flow.
Yep. Have a great week.
Love and light.
Love and light.